Hello, hello. This is the reading for December 5th through the 11th. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to look at the beginning, middle, and end of the week. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There it is. I'm like, a little piece of hair sticking up. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, starting with the Cupid deck. I've already pulled my spreads. All of the cards are sitting below, and then we'll just clarify where we need to. The beginning of the week, we have distant horizons. I believe this card came up in the previous reading. So this is alluding to your dreams, your fantasies, the things that you're wanting to accomplish or do that seems like a great feat. It seems like it's going to take a long time, or it seems far-fetched. It seems like a fantasy. It seems like a pipe dream. It seems almost unrealistic. But you could be visualizing the things that you want to happen in your life. I think it gives a time frame. I believe it gives a time frame of summertime. Let me check just a quick second. It says it's an enabling and positive card. It's literally representing yearnings, dreams, hopes, wishes. It can represent the sea, lakes, bodies of water, continents, faraway places, and foreign people, distant greater distances than pathway. So this is something that can be like a journey, a triathlon, a marathon, something that's going to take you quite some time to accomplish. And that's why it could seem like it's so far-fetched. I think it is possible. You could be visualizing everything coming together. It does feel like a vision though. And maybe you're realizing, in the previous reading, I believe it came out like you're realizing, due to that shift in perspective, you're understanding how possible something is. It's like, okay, it might take me some time, but I could totally do this. So that dream is becoming more vivid for you. That's basically what's taking place. Dreams, fantasies. The timing is usually summer. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper. To clarify distant horizons, we have the King of Wands reverse. The King of Wands reverse is a visionary energy. So with it being in the reverse, there could have been something that discouraged you, made you feel like you had to give up on your dream, or like you couldn't dream, because the King of Wands is a visionary energy. So I feel like something was putting out your fire or trying to put out your fire. It's somebody could have been abused. There could have been some physical abuse involved. Maybe, for example, it makes me think of Lovecraft Country. So if you've seen Lovecraft Country and you saw the Montrose character, how he was homosexual, and his father, it's just like he could smell it, he could sense it, and he beat him because of it. And it was just a projection. Sorry, trigger warning. I feel like if you're here, you understand how my readings go. But if you're new, sorry. I just kind of tell it like it is. I don't have time to sugarcoat things. But anyway, the King of Wands reverse is just, it can represent an abusive energy. You could be realizing how you've maybe been kind of abusive to yourself or to your dreams, how you maybe have put out your own fire. I'm going to clarify this. I'm going to clarify it. King of Wands, please. King of Wands reverse. So we got the Tower. Definitely some type of epiphany, understanding a deeper meaning of something, seeing deeper into something. It's definitely sudden and unexpected how it's taking place. It could definitely be like a sudden spiritual insight, a lightning bolt of insight. You could be starting over. You could be starting over, going from the King of Wands reverse to the Page of Wands, which is a good thing. It puts you in a fresh, new energy of being receptive, being willing to learn, having fun again, navigating and exploring creatively, who you are creatively. It could be a sudden burst of either insight, spiritual insight, inspiration, communication, travel. you could suddenly have a burst of wanderlust, and you just want to explore and go different places, especially with distant horizons coming up. So you could just be like, I want to go, I want to travel, I want to see the world, I want to do all these things. Previously, this was stunted for some reason. It could have been like a trauma response. One more for King of Wands reverse. The Tower reverse. The Tower reverse. Now with the Tower coming out reverse, it's like somebody's trying to stop the tower from falling. It's like you're trying to catch the bricks instead of getting out of the way. It can represent something being cataclysmic. It's almost like you realize something is shifting, something is not allowing you to grow creatively. Something hasn't allowed you to grow creatively. And I feel like this is past energy, is something that you're realizing about the situation. I gotta clarify the Tower. Tower revert. Oh no, that's too many. There's definitely sadness and disappointment. The Empress is here, so I think this is representing the creativity. There's something you're not allowing yourself to feel, to sit with, to experience completely. The Tower reversed and the Empress being here. It's like you resisted all of these things coming crashing down, but in reality, they bring you abundance, they bring you prosperity, they enhance your creativity. Especially if you're some type of artist with these Wands cards here. So something about this situation is teaching you that when you go down, the only way you can go is up from there. You're learning how the pressure creates diamonds. You're learning how it's a part of your inspiration. It's a part of your process. It's going to help you get to where you need to go, and it's going to make you stronger, more abundant. It's going to make you more beautiful, more desirable, more attractive, more creative. This Venus energy. And you're having sudden flashes of insight and understanding and visions. You could even have, like, that could be a new gift coming online for you, spiritual gifts. Previously you may have shut it out. You may have silenced this gift or suppressed this gift, and now it's coming online for you and you can't ignore it, but now you kind of don't want to. It's kind of how it feels. Do I need to further clarify? Show me the Empress. For the Empress, we got the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like you're learning how to find balance. You're learning how to, you could be seeking out mentorship. You could also be in a place where you realize that some of your experiences, even though you're still learning, you can show others the way and you can kind of pass on your knowledge while you're still learning to get your balance and figure it out. Like, you could still have your training wheels on, but at the same time, it's like, hey, by the way, I've learned this in my learning journey. It's always easy to teach something while you're learning it, because you can just kind of relay the information while it's fresh on your brain. So I feel like this is all creating this Empress energy in you, helping you to heal your divine feminine energy, your inner creative energy, allowing you to be a divine creator. And you're learning, you're taking your time, you have patience, you understand it's one step after the other. There's a stride that's taking place now. Instead of expecting everything to just come so quickly, and with this impatience of this King of Wands reverse, I think you're understanding how things take time and how your effort and your energy goes into it day by day, and eventually it grows. Show me Page of Wands. We got the Chariot. Whatever happened with this Tower situation, you're not afraid to keep going with the Cancer energy, the Chariot. You want to keep going. You want to overcome your obstacles. You're in a place where you kind of understand what to look for. We got the Queen of Cups. So I definitely think there's some self-care that needs to take place, but also reflecting on your emotions, sitting with your emotions. And this is also a card of creativity. So you could be, somebody's writing, somebody's journaling, somebody's expressing their emotions in a very healthy way. You could be in therapy, and you can realize how something previously made you want to stop, made you want to give it all up, and now you kind of seeing like, oh, that was a setup, and it redirected you to where you are now. And there's an energy of being thankful. We have the 12th house here, so a lot of subconscious energy. This definitely could be therapy. I know this house doesn't traditionally mention therapy, but it is the subconscious mind, the deep mind. You could be having lots of realizations and revelations in private, spending a lot of time alone in seclusion or in isolation, especially if you're creating something. You could be working in private. You could be doing some spiritual work in private, working with your ancestors, doing some magic, things like that. Meditating, grounding. It's Neptune energy. There's an undoing, there's unpacking taking place. So definitely an element of therapy. I saw the Hermit card, but it didn't come out previously. So that card is about doing soul searching and seeking within in a deeper way. So this is representing karma. You could be experiencing some type of karma. There's something that you're doing or handling in private. There could be secrets coming out, secrets about yourself, things that you never told other people. You could be realizing how certain behaviors have been a crisis for you, how you've been under the illusion of certain realities or aspects of your circumstances. It can also represent a depression that you experienced at some point, especially with that King of Wands reverse. It does feel like a projection of depression. It says if you're in a period of crisis or self-doubt, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Allowing yourself to work through trauma and mental health struggles is the best gift you will ever give yourself. Asking for help is often the hardest step, but you owe it to yourself to try. And I think that's kind of what this Two of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles is about, is prioritizing asking for help and learning, because the Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, collaboration, and apprenticeship. So you could be learning how to do something for yourself. You could be having someone teach you some skills so that you can do these things on your own and not have to rely on others. If someone close to you is going through a hard time and you aren't sure how to help them, just ask. Sometimes a quick "how are you?" or "what can I do to help?" is exactly what they need to hear. Do your best not to be judgmental or suggest ways that can improve their situation unless you know they want input. All right. So the next card is the situation will improve. So I think somebody's just fantasizing and dreaming about how much they wish the situation was. And I feel like it's very dark right now. And soon you're going to see how that's a possibility. I think the King of Wands right now is just like being that visionary, but being very pessimistic about it. Like you feel like you can't obtain it for whatever reason. Just know that this is going to pass. It's a rough patch, but it's going to birth something amazing. It's going to allow you to create a new version of yourself and to be more inspired and creative than ever before. It's just carnelian. Yes, absolutely. Carnelian, great for the sacral chakra, really good for the creative center. Who needs it? The understimulated, anyone looking to get acquainted with their fears. Hello, my name is, insert your name. We have some beautiful work to do. Now, shut the fuck up and let's do this. Where to put it? Wherever you want to inject some passion and confidence, i.e. your palate or your pelvis. When to use it? When you find yourself creatively, or when you find your creativity or sex drive on sleep mode. Go with your gut. So I think it's just important to document how you're feeling, because it is going to serve as inspiration for you one day. And you never know, like you could write a book, a script, create a choreography, a painting, a song. So much art can come from your pain. The best art comes from pain. So lock it away, store it away, and use it, channel it into your creative works, and watch what you're able to come up with and create. All right, the middle of the week, I'm like, this reading is going to be long already. We have courtship. So there could be a new relationship, a friendship, a new budding or seeding relationship. It can represent something new. It could be strictly platonic. It could be even a business relationship. However, it represents a new type of relationship with court. courtship being here. Let me see if there's a time frame. It represents a social life, all kinds of personal and business meetings, arrangements, clubs, or groups, and friendly encounters. Be open for a new person who enters your life. Be open for a new person who enters your life. Sorry, that still sounds weird. Anyway, try to meet people and search for new contacts. Perhaps there is someone who will suddenly mean the world to you. In addition, courtship is an indicator for all private and public meetings, getting together either socially, romantically, or for business reasons, attempting to seduce or talk someone into something. So that could be what's taking place here. Let's look a little deeper. No time frame associated with the Empress reverse. Somebody could be trying to drain you, suck you dry of your gifts. It's like as soon as you develop your divine feminine energy and you find balance, somebody comes and tries to take it, is kind of how that feels. I don't like it. Empress reverse. Or it could be like a sense of wasted time. Empress reverse, please. That was a moon card, but okay, we got the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Three of Cups. It could be a friend, someone in your social circle. For the Empress reverse, though, it could be something that you created that fails or just doesn't work out. Something gets omitted or canceled, or you create something and then you just say, you start from scratch. That kind of felt like it came out in the first part of the reading. So it could be like this, you create something and then you're like, nope, I don't like it. But with the Queen of Cups here, this represents an energy of taking care of oneself. So there is self-care here. Maybe it's something that you've been creating for other people, and maybe you realize that you need to keep it to yourself, or that you need to do it for yourself. So the Hermit card gives me the energy of just going within and figuring out what you need. Is my home taken care of? Is my body taken care of? Am I handling all of my internal responsibilities? I think also this is a card of Venus. So Venus goes retrograde. Does Venus go retrograde this week? No, not quite yet, but something about this, I don't know. I think Venus is also telling you to get your finances in order. Make sure you have some money saved up. The Hermit card being here, again, this could allude to someone writing, but it could be journaling, some deep self-reflection. The Queen of Pentacles could be like an earthly mother. So you could be speaking to your mother, hanging out with your mother or something like that. But this can also be just friends and your people in your community, family, loved ones. You could be celebrating. The holidays are coming up, so there could be some celebrations, drinking, having fun. For very few of you, it could even be that someone finds out that they're pregnant. And it could be a situation where you find out you're pregnant and you don't really want to be, and then you end up losing the baby or miscarrying or something like that. Almost becoming a mother, and there's like on the verge of celebration, and it's like, well, you didn't want it anyway. So, and I know that some people are afraid to admit that, if they're not ready or they don't feel prepared. Show me the Queen of Pentacles. We got Judgment and the Queen of Pentacles. So somebody's having an awakening about something. It could be some type of second chance, second opportunity, or somebody's just having a realization about, do I want to become a mother? And is this for me? But even if it's not about being a mother, it's about taking care of oneself, taking care of one's responsibilities, being disciplined. I believe Pluto is going to be playing with Venus while she's retrograde. So there could be an aspect of Pluto. I should have looked at that before this reading. There could be an aspect of Pluto and Venus during this week that's causing you to self-reflect and get more serious about what needs to change and where you need to make better choices moving forward. in regards to your finances, to your home, to your living situation, to your living arrangements, the people you decide to take care of or that you are responsible for taking care of. Business, even with the Queen of Pentacles coming up twice, is Capricorn energy. We got Venus, Pluto in Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn. I think this is just a time for reflection, journaling, writing, doing some soul searching, something about your friends. Is you'll be having a party with your friends. Hermit card, please. I'm just going to pull 2 cards to clarify the Hermit and the 3 of Cups for time's sake. So the Hermit card, we have the 8 of Cups. You're going deep within and getting real about what's no longer fulfilling for you. It could be involving your friendships. There could be some closed chapters. You could feel like, okay, I've learned my lessons from these people. It's time to move on. We got the fixed energies on the World card, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. So you could be one of those signs, or you could be dealing with people who are one of those signs. But it just represents moving on, new beginnings. It could be new beginnings in your friendship circles, in your neighborhood. You could be moving to a new neighborhood. The 4 of Wands wanted to come out previously, but there's something that's unfulfilling for you, and you've done a lot of deep reflection about it. You've thought a lot about it. You've been very meticulous about it. You've weighed the odds, the pros and cons. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Virgo energy. You thought about it, and you've been in isolation about it. You may have asked for other people's advice, but you consulted your higher self. You've dug really deep about it, and you've decided it's time for me to move on. There's something better out there for me. This is unfulfilling for me. I'm not getting what I need. It's not contributing to me creatively or compassionately. It's not giving me the love or the nurturing or support that I need. It could be friends, people who you call your friends. It could be your neighborhood. It could be social group, something about it. You're ending something in these areas and moving on to something new, starting a new chapter. We have the 8th house here. Again, I knew with the 8th house and the 12th house coming up, there's definitely some deep shadow work taking place. You could be doing some magic, even if you're not actively going to buy candles and herbs and oils and things like that and preparing things. You could just be setting your intention so strongly and having such intense energy about you that you create waves and shifts of change in your reality. You could be studying some occult topics, spiritual topics. This can also be the house of procreation. So if you're having a baby, it's also the house of death. So if there's a miscarriage involved, and if that is you, my condolences to you. I have experienced that, and it was a very similar situation, if this is what resonates with you. So with the 8th house being here, there's death, rebirth, there's transformation, there's transmutation, there's Scorpio energy. Again, more Pluto energy, as well as Mars. But if we want to dig deeper with the 8th house, let's see if I missed anything. Some other key words for this house. Again, reflection, relief. You could feel like there's torture, like you could feel like the situation is torturous right now, and you could have been trying to suppress it or stop it from taking place, and that could have been making it worse. So when you finally go with the flow and submit to everything that's taking place, you start to realize that it's all for your good, and that there will be good that comes from it. It's just going to take some time before you get there. It's going to be like maybe a little bit of upheaval. You could be exploring taboo topics or subjects, things that are deemed dangerous or occult, or there could be a death. You could be experiencing a death in your family. This card represents taking a break from the world and letting go of destructive behaviors. It says nobody can do this part of your evolution for you. Working with this house is like taking a long, hard walk with the absolute worst parts of yourself. While you're in this place, it's torture. When you finish, you are elated. You feel a real sense of accomplishment. So you could go on to make amazing art and inspire great things or lots of people with your transparency if you decide to share or document this process of your shadow work or these experiences. While you're in this place, I read that, sorry. We all face struggles from time to time, especially when it comes to bills, taxes, and deadlines. If you have been waiting for a sign to get your little life in order, congratulations. Is the eighth house is it. Come up with a realistic plan for sorting things out before they get worse. So I think you're realizing if everything goes to shit, then you can dream and visualize the outcome that you want. And it's like nothing is far-fetched because you never saw this coming. So you'll never see the greatest things coming either. So it's like, well, I might as well start, investing my time, energy, and efforts and also money towards the things that I truly want. Because I don't want a repeat of this situation because that's why it crashed. It wasn't built on a solid foundation to begin with. So now you're learning from that situation moving forward to get the desires and to manifest the reality you truly want. We have no, exclamation point, no. So no. I think this is about quitting. I think this is about you taking the easy route or just trying to replicate the old situation, trying to turn away because it's going to get hard. It's going to get dark. It's going to get lonely. And you're going to want to punk out. No. We got black tourmaline here. I love that. That's perfect because I feel like by the middle of the week, it's going to get a little bit intense for you. This is a great crystal for absorbing negativity or dark low vibrational energy. Says, who needs it? Everyone. Put it beside your doors to keep emotional vampires out, on your person, in your pocket, everywhere. When to use it? Anytime you take a public transportation, find yourself in a crowd, or hear that sound, that sucking sound of a coworker, family member, or a malignant demon taking more from you than they are giving back. Protect your light. So if something's trying to bring you down, absorb your energy, absorb your light. Like I first said in the beginning of this energy, if that's what this Empress reverse is, it can also just represent like a preview of Venus going retrograde. I know Venus doesn't go retrograde to the next week. However, with Venus, the card of Venus coming out, and then the Queen of Pentacles representing Capricorn, Venus is in Capricorn currently. Something about your feelings, your heart could be upside down. We got the green and the Venus symbol. So something about the heart chakra. When it comes to a relationship, something could close your heart and don't allow that to happen. It's not the right thing. And it's like I feel like there's some type of temptation that is going to look very easy to give into with the 8th house here. And it's going to be very nebulous, hard to see. 12th house, 8th house. You're going to have to intuitively feel your way through. And what you want to do from your logic mind is not what you should do. I think your intuition needs to guide you here. All right, so by the end of the week, we have Thief. So again, there could be some type of energy vampire. And I feel like by the middle of the week, there's just like a warning and it becomes a lot clearer for you. With Thief being here, let's see if there's a time frame. This card represents some type of loss, theft, or embezzlement. It can represent material or emotional loss. You could be purging, crying. Maybe there is material loss. Maybe you've lost some type of artwork or creative work, intellectual property. Maybe you forgot something important. Anywho, there's some type of loss here. It could also stand for something being taken away, removed, separated, distant, or absent. It can represent fewer in a reading as well. When it comes up, you should be warned. It either indicates loss, not just the literal sense of theft, but simply missing out on something. You could feel like you're missing out on something. It can represent dishonesty of thought and approach rather than a physical act. Just remember and consider that what was honestly earned is genuinely yours. This card represents loss, theft of any kind, be it money, goods, love, friendship, If it's ahead, it says there's a good chance of recovering the loss, but if it's distant, it's permanent. So there's something that is gone for good. There's been a death taking place, that has taken place. It could be a part of you. Let's dig deeper. We got the Hermit here. You could be losing some type of mentor, spiritual guide, a mediator, a counselor, a therapist of some sort. And it could be due to this person giving you bad advice. It could be something like you get to a certain point on your journey and you realize that you've surpassed this person that you've come to for guidance or help. It represents an unorthodox nature or nonconformity. But I think more abstractly, it's like either somebody giving you bad advice, trying to manipulate you, or we got the Page of Wands. I feel like your spirit is telling you one thing, and then like someone in the 3D, a physical person, a mediator, therapist, a guide, a relative, an older grandparent, somebody like that who you normally trusted, could be even a pastor, a priest, a religious person or guide. It could be someone like a counselor or somebody who works in the church, like a deacon. They could be giving you advice that goes against your intuition. And you could deem it as bad advice, and you could be feeling like this person is trying to take something from you. That could be off. I'm not gonna deny that. Show me the Hierophant reverse. We got the King of Swords here. So this is someone very smart who's very calculated when it comes to psychological matters. This person could also have a big heart, a warm heart, very compassionate, and they probably mean well. And they're basically just giving you the information that they have. They've probably been very seasoned in their line of work. They've been doing this for quite some time. So they possess a lot of information and a great deal of compassion and intuitive abilities. But for whatever reason, this Page of Wands is here. I need to clarify that. Show me. Let's just actually, Page of Wands. We got the Nine of Pentacles. Something you feel confident about. You feel secure about it with the Nine of Pentacles here in the Page of Wands. So it's something that you want to explore or create. You feel inspired or drawn to. You feel like it's going to make you feel more secure. You could even feel like it's going to bring you towards more financial stability. It could be something that's solely for you, a solo journey that's just meant for you. This is the energy of Virgo. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's also an energy of stability, like having nice things, like living your best life, being able to do whatever you want, having financial stability, looking good, feeling good. Being able to pick up and travel wherever you want to, like your home is taken care of, you're in good health, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. But there's something that you feel drawn to, attracted to. Maybe you don't have a whole lot of information. Maybe it's a part of you that you're meant to explore. And this person is giving you advice. It seems to either they're giving you advice or you can feel like they're not leading by example. I'm not gonna lie, this Hierophant reversed there's something about it that I'm missing and it's aggravating me. So this is about seeking freedom and liberation from conformity. Yeah. It's an unconventional path through life. You're trying to find yourself basically, and you have to take the path that is not the path least taken. If that makes sense. You're daring to be unconventional. You could be going directly against society or what your elders, your grandparents, so like tradition, that's what it is. You're going against tradition. like traditionally or normally, you'd be expected to go about whatever, whatever this is, you're expected to navigate in a particular way, but you're not doing that. You're following your heart and you're using logic. Like you're trying to use balance, intuition, and logic. You're balancing your left and right brain. You're trying your best to do that, following your heart, using your intuition, using your skills and your logic and your talents, and trying to find yourself. Show me King of Cups. So we got 3 of Swords and 5 of Wands. You could be dealing with jealousy, bickering, arguing, competition from somebody could just be jealous of you. There could have been someone who hurt you deeply, and it could have been out of pure jealousy. I don't know what that has to do with anything, so I'm putting that back. All right. So with the King of Cups, you can have a lot of anxiety about following your intuition. You could feel like your intuition has failed you before, but I think that's just clouded judgment. This just could be anxiety. There could be like you're close to finishing a chapter. You've been through a lot of stuff. You could just feel mentally exhausted, mentally worn out. You could be putting up a front like you're emotionally confident, but at night you're not sleeping. You're not doing so well. Make sure you allow yourself to feel your feelings. You could just have a great deal of emotions that are plaguing you mentally. With the King of Swords clarified by the 2 of Swords, you could be pretending like you don't have information or not making a decision about something until you gain more information or until the information has been confirmed for you. But something about that could give you a lot of anxiety with the 9 of Swords. So with the King of Swords and the King of Cups, it's like your lower self is distracting you from your higher self. Your higher self knows, and instead of you giving your higher self the driver's seat, your ego is still there like, no, I'm going to keep driving even though I don't know where I'm going. And this is scary and I'm freaking out. And your higher self is just like, whenever you want me to take over, I will, because I have the information. I have the poise. I have the emotional capacity to handle this. I have the information. I'm balanced. I can handle this. So you're learning, you're just finding yourself. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. You're seeking a new opportunity to improve your life. Somebody's going to therapy. It could be physical therapy. It could be psychological therapy. There's some type of therapy that's taking place. It could even be spiritual therapy, emotional therapy. Something about this is therapeutic, and you're finding yourself. There's some soul searching. There's becoming more secure about yourself, reversing insecurities, getting over insecurities, healing insecurities, things of that nature, finding financial stability, finding a new home, a new neighborhood, a new community that you feel more stable and confident in, that you feel more attractive in, that you have the ability to live your life the way you want to. You have the flexibility and the means to explore life and take your time with this new identity. We have Eris here. Okay. Eris is the destroyer. This card represents anger, strife, bitterness, karma, vengeance, and reflection. You could be feeling all of these things throughout this week. There could be lots of anger that comes up, old emotions. All of these things are being broken down. We have the Tower here twice. All of these things are being broken down and being destroyed, cleared away, so that you can manifest this new reality, this new beginning, a fresh start. You could be feeling jealousy or anger. So we have the 5 of Wands come up, and I forgot what other card it came out with. But we have the 5 of Wands and that other card. So that definitely sounds like that jealousy and angry, bickering, competition, things of that nature. These are both healthy emotions. Don't let them consume you entirely, or you may not get invited to the party. It might feel satisfying to lash out in the moment, but if you channel that anger into something more productive, you'll yield so much better results. So I think the important thing is that keeps repeating in this reading is that all of these emotions that you're feeling that come up for you, you need to channel it into something creative so that you can birth something that brings you abundance, stability, joy, structure, and longevity. It also says it might feel satisfying to lash out in the moment. Yeah, I read that. Sorry. Aries can also point out to transgenerational trauma and its effects on our daily lives. I definitely think that's a factor here. You're learning something that traditionally has been a pattern in your family, in your lineage, in your generation, in your family, bloodline, DNA, things of that nature. So you're learning how to take a non-conforming path, like a non-traditional path, with changing these things. The Hierophant is Taurus, and Uranus is in Taurus right now, so that unconventionality of this Taurus energy makes perfect sense. So this could be in regards to your diet, to your lifestyle, to the way you make money, to your values, all of those second house things, even though the second house card did not come up. We carry the stresses of our ancestors inside of us, and this shapes our responses to certain triggers on a cellular level. These traumas can be on an immediate family level, but also at a societal level. Remember, the things that you are feeling are valid. So again, you could be unpacking a lot of emotions, and all of these emotions that you didn't know existed, that you forgot existed, could all be coming up in therapy or in shadow work at home while you're alone, different places or circumstances. Get more information is here. Get more information. So this is a card that's telling you that you should ask Spirit, ask your guides to assist you with understanding this, whatever is confusing to you, whatever is not making sense to you. Go ahead and ask for more information. Your guides are there to support you. And it says this situation that you're asking about requires more information in order for you to make a wise decision. Approach those knowledgeable about this topic to solicit their advice. If there are friends or family members in your midst who have insight into the matter, ask for observations. You may need to do some analytical research in order to get to get the data that you need. This could include reading books, taking classes or seminars, or gathering information from the internet. So yes, and I think if you're going to do the non-conforming, if you're going to take the I'm going to just dish that word. If you're going to do the non-traditional route, if you're going to take that route, then you need to ask someone who's not traditional. You can't ask your family for a new idea if they're the ones perpetuating this cycle. You have to look outside of the box. So you may have to ask strangers. You may have to ask friends. You may have to build a new community with that Three of Cups card that came up, or reach out to look on the internet, find people who are not like you, and start there. Then we have Epidote. This crystal, it says anyone who needs it, anyone who's putting in the work on their self, where to put it, stash away with your existential to-do list, when to use it, when you're looking to kick a bad habit, a bad friend, or a bad mood, when you want to cast a spotlight on your weaknesses so you can work on them, upgrade your version of you. So this crystal, honestly, it reminds me of how people describe moldavite. So Epidote is going to be that crystal that makes everything crystal clear for you. It highlights where you need to focus your attention, and all the bad friends, the bad habits, the patterns that need to be cleared away. So definitely use this with caution, but I feel like upgrading the version of you is what you're trying to do, and you're trying to get creative about it. So good for you. I hope that helps. Ooh, camera. For the love card, we have camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. So somebody could be reminiscing about you. You could be reminiscing about someone else with old memories, looking at old pictures. I think learning from the past is definitely a factor here when it comes to either romantic relationships or friendships, because Well, for several reasons, but also because courtship is here and judgment is here. So that represents second chances, reconciliations, or learning from the past. So even if there's not a second opportunity with someone from your past, there could be a second opportunity to show that you've learned from the old opportunity. I know this reading was long, but I really hope it was helpful and insightful for you. Do not forget to watch your zodiac sign readings. And until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye.